What? Oh, ads. You got an ad immediately as you pulled up my screen? Good Lord. Good Lord, Twitch. Hang on, I have to change the streaming category. Okay, let me know when you can see me. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so in this video we'll do a couple updates, but my God, the high def also magnifies any flaws that I need to shave. My God. But here's what is for lunch. It is smothered hamburgers with corn and rice, because we have a shitload of leftovers from how much we were eating with our families. But let's go over what the plan for the year, for next year is, because the environment has changed. So a few things are also going to change. So looks like streaming in general is moving more towards the old model, aka you gather your fan base on, now various platforms, TikTok and YouTube, and then you try to get those followers on a select stream if you're doing, fundraising, or again, if you are just streaming for the night and you're just, wanting to earn some cash that night. It's moving back towards that model, because I'm seeing even a lot of big streamers not online on streaming anymore, or as much. I need a tripod for this thing. Here, how about this one? What'd you say? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think this is better. Maybe a little higher. There we go. So yeah, I'm seeing even big streamers just not really online as much, simply because there's just no incentive. It's like you stream only for half the amount of people you got in 2023 to show up, and then on top of this, just not as many bits and subs. It's just not as good of an environment as it used to, but again, it's understandable. The structures have changed. So any streams we do will be focused more on content creation, which I got a few new games to do that for. And we'll be looking at more games to do that with. What'd you say? Yes. I'm going to try to get Dolphin working. And a new computer will be in the works, so that I can have a Dolphin working and possibly stream some of the Zatch Bell games from Dolphin, and possibly see if we can do like a live dub of one of the games. We'll see. And similar to like my Final Fantasy IX or Dragon Quest live fan dubs, basically like that. That'll be for the most part, and other than that, if I'm not streaming, we'll be working more towards content that's been on the back burner for a while. It's just that I mostly did streaming to try to have some kind of revenue stream, but as everything dropped off, it just got harder and harder. But then now, as of the last couple months, opportunity has opened up, and we're more, I guess, solvent in terms of our cash flow. So yes, we will get back to work on a lot of different projects, and then let's see. And that's going to go through 2026. Those of you who are watching this on YouTube, just to let you know, I am working on a manga. I am going to be coming up with a reader list. There's a few people looking at it right now. Jamie Snowden is one of them. He works for Crunchyroll. But there's several others looking at the manga right now. And if you want to be on this early readers list, right now I'm working on effectively the written draft of 1.3. Once I'm pretty much at the final draft, that's when we're going to start looking at concept draft panels. I might start storyboarding officially, and seeing if there are artists who can kind of follow my flow with a storyboard in terms of a manga panel. And then going into next year, hang on, let me take a few bites. I am hungry as fuck. She's good. Just chilling in. She just had her lunch, which was some steak, and so Morocco is working on the bone. Mm-hmm. And since I moved the camera now, let's get Morocco his close up. Yeah, I locked the camera out. Oh. I don't think I have enough light. Which one? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll read some at the end here, but well, I met Jamie in a voice acting class, and again, he's not doing it officially on Crunchyroll time. It's just sort of a personal project that, or his personal time that he's looking at it on. Yeah, but again, if he does want to help me get it out, but are you past the ads? Yeah, yeah. He is too cool. He loves all the bones. He is a bone fiend. Yep. But let's see. What'd you say? He turns 3 in March, so he's just past the puppy phase. Yeah. That will never end for all dogs. They will all try to be guard dogs. But as I said, we'll be working on more projects, and I got a request to do a narration, so I will do narrations more often. And with us being more cash solvent, I will probably take some more time off to do some more work on the channel, some much needed backlogged work on the channel. It's been a long time coming. And we're finally getting on it. And if you want to see concept art for my manga, please let me know, and I will forward you some concept art. Yeah, I'll forward you some of the concept art, Andy. And I think that's about it in terms of announcements. I might just reserve that for, once again, BitChute, or I might start working on the manga dub more, because again, the issue is that so many people watch it on YouTube, and it is so hard to deal with YouTube's copyright system. They are just a shit show when it comes to that. But the clips in the sort of reviews I do, of the characters, the sort of cross section of the characters, those are okay on there, because technically it's all rolled into a review, and so the YouTube system doesn't flag it. So that being said, I'm definitely going to do more of those reviews, and if there is new content to add in that, in terms of like voice acting or a fan dub, we could add that in. Like when I get to Zayon, we could add a clip in of his and Zatch's final fight from episode 150, even though that is, the anime's low point, if we both are being honest here. Yeah. But I still think people would like to see it dubbed, ultimately. So there's that. Then let's see here. I'll try to have a more organized schedule, and so that people can see it on Twitter and other social media. I see so many people on Blue Sky. Maybe I should post on Blue Sky, simply because that's just the rules these days. You have to post everywhere. I know it's a cesspool, but people get on it. So the rules are you got to put eyes everywhere. Then let's see. I think that's nearly about it. Andy, do you have any requests in terms of content for next year, aside from Zatch Bell fan dubs or anything? Tabletop, right? I have to get that as well. We could try to sit down with Race for a tabletop session, and yeah, I could buy tabletop pretty soon here. And you have to download a separate free pack for like the Zatch Bell stuff, right? Okay. Then yeah, we'll try to have the first luncheon of the year maybe be a tabletop session with Rays. I think let's see. Any other requests? Let me know the reasonable requests, because I know some of your probably more unreasonable requests that involve something along the lines of gooning, if I'm not mistaken. If I just had to take a wild guess. In terms of like my manga series? Yeah. Well, I mean, what I do is I write a chapter, and then I put it in ChatGPT for formatting, and then a little bit of analysis. Basically, to get objective feedback from ChatGPT. Be like, okay, what works here? What doesn't work? What could be tweaked? And this is why, like the first 3 drafts, I'm doing that with ChatGPT, or rather, the first 2 drafts I did. The third draft, as I said, with draft 1.3, I'm feeding that with a rating group so that humans can let me know what does and doesn't work. Because obviously, with ChatGPT, it kind of can give you objective feedback, but at the same time, you have to realize if you're doing this for humans, humans are very subject to subjectivity, meaning they'll have different subjective tastes, and some of them will say this doesn't quite work for me, and other people might be like, no, this actually does absolutely works for me. And you kind of have to weigh carefully what to keep, what to get rid of, what to tweak in such a way, for your final draft.
Is it snowing now?
Oh, let me check. You asked if it was snowing, my love?
Hi.
She says hi. I think she's gonna shut you down hard on that one too. But yeah, I'll check. Let me check. Oh, it is. No, it's not snowing yet. It's definitely cold enough to. But as I was, go ahead, Andy. Mm-hmm. Okay. What you got? Got what? Are these like fanfics or original stories? Hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, the difference is that my manga is going to be an original story. These are characters I came up with. There's a world I came up with. Um, that would be an original story. If this is a completely original concept, but is it like a fanfic? Okay, so you're using pre-existing characters and everything. Okay. Um, yeah, I could take a look. Okay. I mean, do you have a Patreon? Hmm, or donate to anybody on it? Or donate to anybody on it? Okay. Um, let's see. But I'm looking up stuff that we can look at a little bit here. But okay, I'll have to, depending on how it is, because I do try to stay away from politics no matter what, as much as I can. What? Yeah, because I do try to have broad appeal here, and that's like if you say the wrong thing, no matter what, you're going to alienate somebody, unless it's just like an 80-20 issue, you know? Um, see what's. Go ahead. Right. I get it. I mean, there are platforms you can put on writing and everything. I wish Rabbit Squirrel would come back so he could let us know how he does some of his writing. I haven't heard from him in a long ass while, and I messaged him a while back, and he has not responded. So, as far as I know, he is just disappeared off the face of the earth for right now.
Maybe he died.
Yeah, I maybe he did. I hope not. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully. But no, you had something else to say? Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. But let's see here. I'm looking for some bad fanfic to look at. I'm seeing Naruto is banished. Okay, I'm seeing some Naruto banned fanfic and tropes on this place called spacebattles.com. We'll take a look at that before we take a look at your uh, your work, Andy. But that is it for the updates section. I might clip this individually as its own thing so that those of you on YouTube can know what's coming. I still have no idea how to get the old channel back because YouTube's copyright system, again, is just perma-fucked. So I'm not even counting on it on this point. We're just going to start fresh with a new channel because it's just, it's just ridiculous having to work with YouTube's copyright standards. So the best option is just to avoid them as much as possible. I know it is the most widely adopted but absolutely trash website in existence. um, Reddit doesn't have as wide adoption as YouTube does. Yeah, absolute trash, and so is the moderation. Like I swear, all the big websites, they have absolutely trash moderation, and yet so much wide adoption. Probably because when they started, they didn't have as trash. I forgot to add Craig bot to all that, so I'm not sure if your voice got picked up, Andy. Fuck.
Well, that's a little awkward.
That's a little embarrassing.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just in case my voice didn't get picked up. Let me just quickly summarize what I've been saying. Just that I got I got some stories that I'd like to get out there, as well as some as well as hope to be able to make get some kind of financial stability from it, possibly.
Yeah.
Not for my own sake, but to put towards the project.
Mm-hmm. And I will help out from a editorial perspective as much as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. All right. Bad Naruto fan fiction tropes, and we have Andrew J. Talon is a little tarantula with a sombrero spider. Okay, so trope number one is apparently Naruto getting kicked out of the village. In this case, we have just straight up alternating lines here. Naruto, I'm afraid the council has spoken. You are banished from Konoha. I see, Granny. Nothing I can do. You're banished. Out you go. Naruto. Okay, steps outside the gates. Takes about 5 steps. Tsunade, 9, 10. And now you're accepted back in the village. Your exile is over. Welcome.
What the fuck?
Naruto laughs. Well, that was a little scary, Granny. 10 whole seconds. Tsunade, imagine if it was 11. Now let's go get some ramen. Yay, ramen. If you'll come with me while I gamble. Oh, geez, I'm going to have to carry you home again, Granny. You didn't complain the last 5 times. You were too drunk to remember my complaints. Okay, that's... Funnily enough, it's bad fan fiction, but at least it's funny.
That is true.
You're banished, Naruto. Not for very long. Okay, now go help me drink.
Oh boy.
Help me drink and gamble.
Oh yeah. Oh, here's a bad fan fiction for you.
Oh, are you sending it?
Yeah, let me send it to you in a DM.
Okay.
Let's see if you let's see what you think. It's also a Naruto fan fiction.
Oh, okay. Hang on, then let me pull it up. Okay, a few bites first. Let's see here. Oh no. Naruto times Hinata times Hanabi. How did I know you would look for something like this that involves a polygamous relationship with a sister?
Oh.
How did I know you were going this? You would find this.
What you is that what you thought it was gonna be?
That's not what I thought it was going to be, but when I read the title, that's what I know it is now.
Oh no.
Good Lord.
Try reading a little bit of it.
I will try.
Oh boy.
Okay. Before we read the story, I'd like to express my apologies for not being here. Many, many requests were sent, and so many reached out on private messages for other requests. There was so much on my plate, I was quite frankly burdened and confused as to what to do in the first place. A guest review kindly pointed out that I couldn't possibly run out of ideas since there were so many. Quite frankly, it wasn't the dearth. Okay, this person spelled dearth in this context wrong. Not a big deal. To be fair, it is not a commonly used word, but in this case, if you're going to use it, it is spelled D-I-R-T-H, dearth.
Yeah, that's what I thought it would be spelled like.
Yes. But lack of good choice that led me to give up.
You just spell the word Earth, the planet Earth, but then put a D in front of it. Like, come on now, bro.
Led me to give up for some time. And I also have some things going on in my life. I've got to attend college, even if it's online classes now, so I can't possibly work all day on FF. Okay, this person's giving their life story. Okay, so let's read this. Let's get this started. I'm reading some of this. Oh, I can't read a lot of this.
Why?
Because it goes into graphic descriptions here.
Oh shit!
But I guess I'll start on the stuff that's more or less, kind of PG-13. Come on, he pouted, you promised. Yeah, but we need to go, she protested. Bots, not at night. It's barely 3 now. We need to get there early. He slipped his hands under her breast, greedily groping her. Oh my god. Yeah, this is going into a lot of graphic detail. I'm gonna
Oh my god.
skip past all this. All right, I skipped past the stuff we couldn't read in detail. To the custodian of the Hyuga clan, Lord Omoikane, and to the divine Amaterasu, Izanagi, and Susanoo, I hereby present Naruto Uzumaki and Hinata Hyuga as newlywed spouses that seek your blessing. The elder bowed behind him. Naruto and Hinata bowed behind him. A prayer droned on in the background from behind the closed divider of the temple hall. Both were in full traditional attire, Hinata in a snow-white shiramoku, Naruto in a spotless dark haori. Their official wedding had been completed a week ago. This ritual, however, was a more secretive ceremony done in the Hyuga compound, some tradition that necessitated that the husband and wife be married in the witness of the clan god once more. Naruto wanted nothing more than spending another entrancing night at home with Hinata, but he figured it'd be better to listen to Hayashi and get it over with. Hinata had, after all, insisted it was only for one night, and that was how he found himself dressed in even more splendid attire than when he was technically married, accepting the ceremonial cup of sake from the priest. As the bowls were cleared away, he loosened himself and looked at Hinata. She looked way more beautiful than back then, a shining bride he wouldn't lose for anything in the world. Are we done yet? He whispered. She shook her head, causing him to pout as he turned to look straight again. She was surely taking this very seriously, not even looking at him while responding. Why bother do all this when we're already married? The priest returned, taking his place in front of the seated couple who faced a panel on which numerous idols were placed. He could name a few of those gods, but figured it was all part of this crazy ritual. Shall the spouse expect the concubine? Oh, good lord.
What?
Eyebrows shot up as Naruto wondered if he heard right. Hinata tilted her head ever so slightly and nodded. She seemed to know what was going on. As the awkward silence threw its pall on the ceremony, Naruto felt inclined to second her. Yes? The priest turned around and looked at him with a confused glance as though Naruto didn't know what was going on. Indeed, he didn't. The spouse has promised to expect the concubine, and she shall reveal herself. The sliding doors open, revealing Hanabi in a flowing white kimono and a face painted as white as Hinata's. What the hell? What the hell, indeed? So, this ritual, Hanabi is a concubine here.
The concubine?
Yeah. Are you familiar with how, like, the Japanese and Chinese emperors did concubines, right?
What does that word mean again?
It basically means like official prostitute, but only
What
for
the
a
fuck?
family.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so okay, a bit of context and explanation. So like I said, the Chinese and Japanese imperials, they had concubines. The emperor would have his wife, which officially had the official royal family. That's like the first line of succession. And then the emperor would have concubines, which were basically official prostitutes for him. And they would basically satisfy him when the empress could not, whether she was, doing head of state duties or something, or was just not feeling good. And
Okay.
concubines also bore children, but they were bastard children. So they were it depends on, like, if the emperor picked a favorite concubine, typically the favorite concubine's children were the second in line for succession. Because on top of this, the main reason for having the concubines at all was for succession lines in the event of assassination.
You want to share your bone with me?
Easy. But in this case, why Hanabi is being Naruto's concubine is beyond me.
Yeah. Yeah, good question.
My only guess is, I guess, to expand the Hyuga clan.
Pretty much, yeah, seems like it.
Which is still very... If the Hyuga clan
Uchiha
actually
clan
did this would be messed up. But you were
The
saying, Andy,
Uchiha clan is supposed to be the one that needs more people in it.
the Hyuga clan?
No, the Uchiha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm confused on this. You probably read more Naruto than I did. Why did the second Hokage hate the Uchiha clan?
It wasn't really that he hated them. It was more like that he was so mentally scarred by all the wars against them, and then all the things that Madara was able to do and accomplish,
Mm-hmm.
that he's and what the Sharingan could do,
Mm-hmm.
that he was just like, oh, if I feel like if I don't keep them in check, then another Madara could show up and destroy and kill everybody and destroy the village.
Okay, so it was more or less
He
like
was scared of them.
he was threatened by them.
Yes,
So
and kind of mentally scarred.
why did the third Hokage go through with allowing Itachi to kill them? Because that's what I heard what happened.
Yeah, he did.
Why?
Because they felt like that was the most politically acceptable thing to do. Because if they hadn't have done that, the Uchiha would have rebelled against the village, and it would have been civil war.
And probably would have succeeded.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. If Itachi had fought alongside them, probably, yeah.
But instead, he sided with the village.
Yeah.
And just made it look like he was against them.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I guess it's a fucked up way of doing things, but I guess that would be the I guess how it would be done among ninja clans, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, let's keep reading this horrid travesty.
What does Sarah think of this one?
Have you been listening?
I stopped listening after groping the breast vigorously.
Yep.
Why? Why?
Because she's not a big reader of smut.
Oh, but that's the best stuff.
What?
Are you a big reader of smut or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you actually are?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't like badly written smut or stuff that's not up your alley like Naruto.
Yeah, because it'd be like, why would I want to read smut about an anime character?
Yeah.
Dude, smut's amazing.
Anyways, he didn't know if he was to object and prevent the ceremony from continuing, thereby affirming his loyalty to Hinata, or stick around with the ceremony for some time. He thought this was some test of loyalty, but Hinata's reassuring side glances indicated this was pretty much routine. How that was routine, he couldn't comprehend. Baraka, what are you doing? Come here. What are you doing? Listen here, you. Listen here. You gotta calm down. You have to calm down. You will get scraps. Believe me, you will get scraps.
He's already gotten a bone.
I know. You already got a bone. You already chewed a whole bone, mister.
Okay, I just want to mention that's what she said.
Psst. Listen here. You gotta calm down. You have to calm down. I know that all smells delicious, doesn't it? Oh, that gravy? But you're already enough of a chonk, mister. You will just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, won't you?
Oh, he's a good dog.
He is.
I'm surprised he doesn't mind being held.
Oh, he loves being held.
Aw. Most animals I've seen, when they're held, they try to fight back.
Mm-hmm. But so for the priest had summoned nearly all gods to let them know that Naruto had married Hinata, but considered Hanabi a concubine. His travails, I think this person meant travels, with Jiraiya.
Uh-oh. Gotta have the grammar issue, too, in there.
Had taught him all about concubines and the like, mistresses who were considered lower to wives, but kept in numbers at palaces of savvy lords who didn't mind having sex with multiple women. Neither was Naruto savvy, nor was he interested in anything else after doing it with Hinata on the night of their marriage. Damn, ritual, he swore to leave the compound as soon as it was possible. Presently, the priest stopped his ministrations and rose abruptly. Naruto was delighted to note this was finally over. However, the priest turned around to say, "You may commence the consummation, keeping your vow in mind." Oh, good Lord. Oh, I don't think I can read this any further. This is...
No, you should read all of it. You should read all of it.
No, I know where this is going.
Where is it going? Where's it going?
Ritual consummation, which is...
Is that not a clear indicator?
Yeah. Meaning doing basically almost Aztec levels of doing it on an altar.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Which is like...
Ask Andy if he has his dick out for this.
Do
Wait,
you,
what?
Andy? Have you whipped it out already?
No!
A likely story I do not believe.
Oh my god, Sarah, you.
But there were, no joke, there were pagan rituals that involved orgy as part of the ritual, and it basically, was a public act.
Yeah, but at least it was consent.
Yeah. Okay, that's quite enough of that. We'll go to your fan fiction next, Andy, before I show off one of the games Lady Stone got me for Christmas.
I hope it's a hentai game.
No, it's no. It's the Dragon Quest 1 through 3 remakes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, which I've been playing 1 pretty much the whole weekend, and it's pretty amazing. So we'll do 2 for the gaming part of the stream.
Okay.
Have you played any of the original Dragon Quests? Have you played any of the Dragon Quest games?
I think I might have a long time ago. I don't remember.
Okay. Well, 8 is definitely a classic. That's got Yangus going, cool, blimey!
Blimey.
Cool.
Bloody hell.
It's cool, blimey!
Oh.
Yeah.
You think that you could do one of both of my stories today?
One of Zexel and one of Reigns. I could do one of Reigns, but it's got to be one or the other. I think we did Zexel last time, so we'll do Reigns.
Okay, that's fine.
Where did we leave off on that one?
I think it was chapter 4 or 5, something like that. It's been a bit.
Let's see. We did Art's Kind Gift, I think.
I think they were about to have a duel.
Yeah. Oh, Yusaku versus Art, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing stuff I haven't seen before, so yeah, this is chapter 7 of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns one, so let me get that one shared. Again, those of you on YouTube, if you have any requests for fan fictions for me to read, let me know. If you have any requests for narration, let me know. But let me...
But by the way, before you start, I just want to mention, I recently saw a manga where a teacher, where a substitute a home ed teacher, what was it called? You know, the ones that go to people's houses to help them study.
That's not home ed. That's a tutor.
Tutor, yeah, whatever. So, like, there was this tutor, and like he was sent to a girl's house, a student's house, and to help her learn. But it turned out that the girl made all of her previous tutors quit, and the reason, well, he saw that she had scars around her neck that look like from ropes.
Oh,
but it's not what you think.
Apparently,
she loves getting fucking choked and getting fucked at the same time.
Yeah, it's called autoerotic asphyxiation.
It's what?
Called autoerotic asphyxiation.
What the fuck is that?
That's what that is.
Where you choke yourself.
Oh my god.
Now, that can work on women too, where they hang themselves and
but
masturbate. But
a lot of times they like it when the dude just straight up chokes them.
Yeah, and she was getting off on it and all that shit. Oh my god! And she was like, "Oh, you're always so nice. Don't you just love to cut loose and just choke a bitch?" I'm like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Exactly.
What the fuck? Some people make some fucked up shit. Actually, hold on. Let me ask Sarah. What does she think about that kind of thing? Like, as a woman, like, is that something that women are into?
I mean, as long as you do it and I don't have to, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Also, don't lie and say the person that was helping you with that hurt you. One day
I mean, isn't the point to hurt them, to choke them so hard that it hurts?
And then they lie and say, "Oh yeah, I was." They falsely accuse him of sexual assault.
Right.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, it's a messed up set of circumstances. But hang on, I gave Morocco my scraps, so once he's finished, I'll take my plate and then I'll start reading. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, you like those scraps, don't you, you fluff? As long as it's smothered in gravy, isn't it, huh? Mister? Master plate cleaner.
I am hearing all this in a very different set of circumstances than you mean it to be.
What context could you get from master plate cleaner?
Just replace plate with something else.
No.
Give your dad a hat on that.
Oh yeah.
What? What?
Last year we gave my my dad a fishing hat, but it was labeled Master Baiter.
I get it. Yeah, that's clever.
Yep.
That's clever, actually.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's start reading, and then, like I said, I will show off my new game.
Okay.
Per his.
Mind if you show me yours?
Oh, yo.
No. Per his word, Art has helped Aoi move in with Yusaku, which was actually easier than expected. And since the kid had a lot of space to fill, Aoi, bit of double entendre there. Space to fill her.
Oh my god. Yo!
Had no issue finding places for her stuff. The only issue was that with the clothing, as the two were not comfortable keeping their underwear close to one another. Luckily for them, they won't have to. Art knew this would happen and apparently brought them an extra closet as well, which he, per Miyu's word, made since he had a crap ton of free time. The guy's a hacker, runs a shop, picks locks, apparently been to jail, and he's handy in the workshop. At least all at 25? Surely you jest. But at least now, they won't be sharing living space. The only issue was the now more cramped apartment with little space to move in. True, it was small, and adding the extra closet didn't help any, but it was still decent for all it's worth. Now on to the next order of business. The shop owner had brought out his dual disc. It had an eerie, he whipped it out, so to speak.
Oh my god. Yo, I did not think of that shit that way when I wrote that.
13 or PG.
I added that part.
He whipped it out.
I mean, technically, that's what he did. He did whip out his dual disc.
Oh my god. I can't believe Sarah actually asked me if I whipped that. Yeah, that's just fucked up, bro.
It had an eerie look as well in some way. It was a unique model using the new dual disc as a base, but with extra decorations added. First off, the device itself had been made longer, like a cuff bracelet that had covered the entire part of his wrist up to the edge of his elbow, back in color with several symbols on the side. 7 in total, with 3 on each side, and one final one on the screen of the disc, which was also shaped out like a reverse cross with the upper side pointing towards his fingers. Secondly, it seemed that the AI in it was removed and a spot for cards was added at the base of the cross, where he inserted the cards before the compartment closed itself, and holographic images appeared to test if everything worked as it should. Remember, like, in OG Yu-Gi-Oh!, the initial prototype for dual discs involved actually tossing a disc to generate the holograms.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep, in Duelist Kingdom. Yep.
Yeah, I think the author discontinued that because it seemed too much like Beyblade.
Probably. I mean, did Beyblade come before Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think it came around the same time, but obviously the issue with Beyblade and the toys, it's let it rip, and it spun around.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yeah. All right, kiddo, we can do this in two ways, but I think I will go with dueling in the real world, Art said, surprising Aoi. A duel IRL? She muttered to which Miyu came in. What is it? Never dueled IRL before? She asked, looking at Aoi. It's not that. Actually, it is. But I thought no one dueled IRL anymore. Nowadays, everyone goes dueling in link vrains. Aoi said, while looking at the two boys, Yusaku having grabbed his own duel disc and cards. Okay, that is something that does not make sense about this world. Why would no one duel in the real world anymore?
It's one of those things where it's just like kind of like how no one does couch co-op a multiplayer anymore. It's always just online multiplayer.
That kind of makes more sense because you want space in your own home. When it's like, I don't believe that if in a world centered around dueling, nobody would duel IRL anymore. That just does not make any sense.
Well, I'll just put it to you this way. I think that the main character in that series only dueled IRL one time in the entire series, and it was off-screen, I believe.
This is why I submit that each Yu-Gi-Oh! Series almost always gets progressively worse.
I mean, you're not wrong.
They do, but Art is more old school in some ways. I mean, he does like the dual IRL, but he also likes all the new tech that appears. Miyu explained, then Aoi realized something. Wait, where are they going to even duel? Yusaku cannot use his Cyber's deck in public, Aoi said, and true enough, Art looked at her, looking slightly disappointed. Christ, girl, way to kill my mood, he whined. But I got a solution. Back at the shop in the basement, I made a little man cave. He gestured for them to follow. Come on, if we leave now, we should be there before noon. Why is my link sense telling me I'll regret following him? Yusaku muttered to himself. 30 minutes later, he was right. He did regret it since he got a taste of Art's barely legal way of driving. Seriously, he must have had 3 heart attacks during that trip, but then they headed down the stairs of the shop into he said little. Excuse me. The place was not little in the least. Heck, it must be deep underground, like at least 15 meters down or something, and it looked like it's spammed. I think you meant spanned.
Oh, hold on. What part is that?
It looked like it's spammed out underground. I think you meant spanned.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Did autocorrect get you on that one?
I think so, yeah, because I was writing these on my old tablet, and it had a real big problem with autocorrecting.
Okay. To the neighboring buildings as well. As you descend the stairs, do you find yourself greeted by the image of a large flat TV on the right side with a coffee table and couch in front of it, a large space behind it with a pool table deep in the middle, a mini bar in the far corner with its own fridge filled with all sorts of alcohol to the top of the place. Was made to look good as well, with the walls painted in a deep crimson and the floor covered in nice black carpet. There was more in the opposite corner with the bar, but their position did not allow them to see what was there exactly. This is something, Aoi said, speechless at what she was seeing. Welcome to my man cave, or as I like to call it, Hell's Paradise. Funny, when you wrote this, did Hell's Paradise come out, or was it out yet?
When did Hell's Paradise come out?
Let's see. Came out in 2018.
Okay, then yeah, it came out before this.
Okay, so you had no idea you were making a Hell's Paradise reference that early.
Nope. No, I had no idea, to be honest.
Okay.
I think I wrote this in like 2020, 2021.
Okay. Weird. Okay. Art spun around, arms stretched out to prevent the place. Prevent the place. I think you meant
I meant
present
to say renovate. I think I meant to say renovate
or present.
or present. Hold on. Can you put your cursor on the line?
Yeah, hang on. I'll highlight it.
Because the text is kind of small from my end.
It's not letting me highlight, but yeah, it's around here.
To prevent the play. What the hell did I? What the hell did I mean to put there?
I think you probably meant present.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Present. Yeah.
Make yourself comfortable. Enjoy a drink. Maybe even take a relaxing bath in the jacuzzi. He's got a jacuzzi up in there.
Oh yeah, he's got everything, bro.
So that's what he had in that corner. But never show up here on Friday at the start of each month from 8 p.m. to, let's say, 10 a.m. Weird rules, but okay.
Oh yeah.
Yusaku was stunned, but then the gears started to spin again. Aoi thought, might not think alike since she was a girl, and Miyu looks like she had seen this place before, but Yusaku had only had one thing on his mind. He has a TV, pool table, drinks, food can be brought in, and a jacuzzi. Sold. He was a man, after all. Anyway, Art began as he moved to the pool table side, making space. Shall we? Art put his dual disc up, and Yusaku snapped out of his awe. The boy took a stern expression as he set his deck. The two took their positions. Then the lights went down in the room, and only a few lights were focused on them, but those had a purpose. Those lights were hollow projectors meant to project the holograms of the cards. First, to make the system of the cave display your stuff, input this into your dual disc. H33L R900P. It is a code of sorts for security. Yusaku did as told, a bib on his dual disc, confirming the connection as it activated. Ready? Art asked. Yes. Dual, the two shouted in unison. Art life points 4,000. What's H5?
Hand. Cards I have in hand.
Oh, cards in his. Okay, so H is how many cards are in his hand?
Yes.
Okay, Yusaku life points 4,000. H5. Since this is my house, I think I will take the first turn, Art said, putting his hand up and opening his palm, 5 cards appearing in front of him. Not a bad
By the way,
go ahead.
I just want to mention this is the first duel I ever wrote, so if it's not as good as it could be, please forgive me.
Well, I am not big on Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels. All I know is that it does need to have consistent flow of life points and everything making sense.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes doesn't make a lick of sense.
Yeah. And sometimes it does feel like they're making the rules up as they go.
Oh, yeah, basically, yeah.
Not a bad defense for the first turn. I set one monster face down along with 2 face-down cards, ending my turn. He didn't do anything, Aoi muttered as she watched, but Miyu looked pretty smug about it for some reason. But Aoi had no time to question it as Yusaku took his turn. My turn, I draw. Yusaku drew his card and checked his hand. He didn't know Art's deck, and it was worse since it was a fully custom-made one as well. He had to play it solid. He knew just how he would do that. I summoned Cyber's Wizard, a monster dressed in a white robe with a staff, and 4 blue floating orbs on it appeared on the field. 1,800 attack points, 800 defense points, level 4. Cyber's Light. Furthermore, since I normal summoned a Cyber's, I can special summon Boot Staggered from my hand. Another monster appeared in Yusaku's field, this one having a completely black body with its legs, shoulders, and face covered in futuristic-looking armor. 2,300 attack points, 500 defense points, level 5, Cyber's Light. Yeah, all these special summons. And
oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair,
mm-hmm.
What I was originally planning to do if the series went on was to gradually have the duels become more and more professional.
Right.
As in, like, they would be more like real life duels. You know how they play like 1 billion cards in one turn?
Mm-hmm.
I was planning for it to become more and more like that, but I never got around to doing that.
For the life of me, the funniest part of that Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged movie that Little Karibo made was the joke about Synchro Summon.
Oh, yeah, Synchro
Summon. Sync what? Synchro Summon. What?
Yeah, they've introduced a lot of new mechanics to Yu-Gi-Oh over the years, but some of them are better than others.
Yeah. Then I activate the spell card one-time passcode. I summon a token. A token appeared on the field. Appear, the circuit that leads to the future. The link circuit appeared on the field. The summoning conditions are 2 or more monsters. I set Cyberse Wizard, Boot Staggered, and the token in the link marker zone. Circuit combined. The circuit glowed. Link summon. Appear, Cyberse Enchanter. A new monster appeared on Yusaku's field in the right extra monster zone. This monster had a strong resemblance with Cyberse Wizard, but his clothing was more futuristic and actual tech and blue energy lines integrated into it. And the rod it once held now had a blade instead of orbs from them before. 2400 Link-3 for defense points. What does that mean?
Link-3, that means that it has 3 link arrows that it points to.
But how does that work for defense points?
Hold on. Let me. Can you put your thing? Can you put your thing on the line so I can see?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. Okay, I see it. There is no defense. He doesn't have any defense points. Link monsters don't have a defense mode. They can't be in defense mode.
Okay, so if he's can he be forced into defense mode and then obliterated?
No. They just do not have the option to be in defense mode. So cards that put your monsters in defense mode do not work on that, and do not work on link monsters.
Okay, that's a weird rule, but okay. Now that's a good start already, Art commended. I activate the spell card Cynet Cache Clearing. Due to its effect, I can banish 1 spell card from my graveyard to draw 2 cards from my deck, but I cannot link summon anymore for the rest of the turn. Yusaku drew 2 new cards from his deck. No link summoning, Aoi muttered. Then she noticed the smirk on Yusaku's face. He was being wary of Art's face-down cards. I activate the spell card Cynet Fusion, Yusaku declared. I fuse Clock Wyvern and Latency in my hand. The 2 images of the monsters appeared on the field before disappearing into 2 columns, 1 red and 1 blue, and swirling into 1 purple column. The beast that stalks in the depths of the network, composed of many codes, come out before me and rend those who stand before you. A fusion summon, Art noted. Diplexer Chimera, a new monster, appeared below Cyberse Enchanter's link, and this one is golden in color with pinkish wings on its back. It held a futuristic mechanical look as it showed itself, a strange tail segment that resembled a snake on the other end. And this is all in his first turn still. He summoned 4 monsters in his first turn. And this is all legal according to Yu-Gi-Oh rules?
Wait, hold on. No, this isn't Yusaku's turn anymore.
Oh, okay. So this is Art's turn.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Because I was about to say.
But, I mean, to be fair, nowadays in Yu-Gi-Oh, people will play like 20 monsters in one turn.
Yeah, for fucking real. Yusaku never used that monster before, how we noted. Diplexer's Chimera effect. I tribute 1 Cyberse I control. I choose Diplexer Chimera. As soon as that monster appeared, it vanished. Why? Why get rid of that monster when you just summoned it? Art asked.
No. Oh, never mind. It is still Yusaku's turn. My bad.
Bro. What the hell?
You're right. Oh, my bad.
Due to Chimera's effect, you can no longer activate spells and traps during the battle phase this turn, Art. This turn, Yusaku said, say what? Art gasped. Diplexer Chimera's other active effect activates. I can add Cynet Fusion along with another monster in my graveyard back to my hand. I choose Clock Wyvern. Yusaku took the 2 cards out of his graveyard, adding them back to his hand. Next, I activate the spell card Urgency Connection. Due to the spell's effect, I can special summon 1 link monster from my extra deck with a link rating lower than that of the lowest rating on the field, that being 3. So I summon a link 1 or 2 monster next to one of my other monsters. Oh my god, there are so many rules here.
Oh yeah.
End phase, come out Link Bumper, a new monster with a more robotic look, a visor of its face, red body, and many other robotic features on the field. 1400 Link 2, Cyberse Earth. I activate Cynet Fusion again. The same scene as before repeated itself. The strong ones gather before the mighty wings, become a new legend. Come, Cyberse Clock Dragon. One of Yusaku's ace monsters took the field. This one is a big purplish dragon with black armor in its body and 4 pairs of panel-like wings on its back. 2,500 attack points, 2,000 defense points, level 7. So good God, before Art has even had a second turn, Yusaku has summoned 5 monsters, one of which is a level 7. Good God.
Oh yeah, pretty much. That's nothing compared to what other people can do nowadays. Like nowadays, people have a full board on their first turn. Like freaking, they'll have like a big ass negate on the field, a interrupter, not to mention hand traps as well. Like it's crazy.
I could not keep track of all these rules in my head. Give me a headache.
Ask Sarah, maybe she'll help.
She would not be any better. She'd get a headache too from all these rules. Cyber's Collect Dragon's effect. I send 1 card for each link rating the monster's link used for its summon head. Link bumper was link 2, so I send 2 cards. My monster's attack going up for 1,000 each card sent. Damn, a 4,500 attack points monster in your first turn. Impressive, Art said, looking at the dragon. But if I'm right, you cannot attack me with other monsters now. Am I right? Yes, but I will be content with high damage. Say what? My monster is in defense mode, so I won't take any, Art argued, but Yusaku continued. Cyber's Enchanter's effect. Since I use Cyber's Wizard as material, I can target your monster, switch its battle position, and negate its effects until the end of my turn. What? Art gasped before his monster was forced to reveal itself. But everyone except me widened their eyes at what they saw. Oh, well, guess I'm going to reveal my cards a bit. I present you Abaddon, Knight of the Netherworld. Art's monster was on horseback. Both he and the worse. I think you meant Warhorse?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you got auto-corrected because it just says worse.
Yeah, I fucking hate autocorrect so much sometimes.
Having blood-red glowing eyes, the horse was completely black in color, covered in iron armor stained with the blood from the seams, and seams needs to be spelled with an A here, S-E-A-M-S.
I think that might have been autocorrect again, to be honest.
Okay.
Because especially happens on my tablet or my phone. Like if it's on my laptop, I don't usually have a problem with it.
Okay.
It doesn't usually autocorrect, but on my phone or my laptop, it just does not want to stop. It's so damn annoying.
Okay.
It's even worse when I go back and I fix the word back to what I want it to be, and then I move on to the next word and it fucking autocorrects again.
Okay, and the one writing it was fully clad in it as well. A medieval Morningstar in its hands. 1800 over 1900, level 4, Fiend, Dark. What is that monster? Aoi asked, looking at it. Never had she seen something so horrid. Battle, but Yusaku was not letting himself be affected. I attack Abaddon using Cyber's Clock Dragon. Yusaku's monster fired a blast of energy at it. The spells and traps useless because of Diplexer Chimera's effect, resulting in Arc taking full force of the attack head on. Arc went from 4,000 life points to 1,300. The older man put his arms up to shield himself from the resultant holographic dust, but he smirked. I activate Abaddon's effect in the graveyard, he exclaimed. Once destroyed and sent there, I can add 1 Netherworld card from my deck to my hand. A card popped out of his dual disc and he added it to his hand. Now let's start it up. The effect of Alistair, Tormentor of the Netherworld, allows me to special summon him when I add a card to my hand outside of my own draw phase. What? Yusaku said, surprised. I summoned him in defense mode. Art said before a new monster appeared on the field. This one was less warrior-looking and more executioner-looking, as it appeared on the field holding 2 large chains in its hands. Its body fat and disgusting, its face covered by a black hood, its mouth exposed to reveal a malformed jaw with the lower teeth, broken and saw-like, sticking out. 1,000 attack points, 2,000 defense points. Alistair's effect. When summoned, I target one of your monsters. It cannot attack or activate its effect, and during each of my standby phase, it loses 500 attack points. Yusaku narrowed his eyes. It made sense now. The face downs were most likely bait. On that combo with Abaddon and Alistair to protect himself in case of multiple attacks. A good defense and a tricky one. Yusaku has never seen a monster with Alistair's summoning effect before. The concept of searching, and in this case, drawing to a special summon more monsters from his own hand was a frightening one indeed. But he did mention that he had to do it outside of the draw phase, meaning that his summons were not guaranteed. Alistair threw its chains at Clock Dragon, ensnaring the dragon completely and immobilizing it. Come on, kiddo, is that all you got? Art taunted. The effect of Prohibit Snake in my graveyard activates, Yusaku continued. Since a Cyburst destroyed a monster in a battle, I banish it in order to add another level 4 or lower Cyburst from my graveyard to my hand. I choose Rom Claudia. I take it they got sent there via Clock Dragon. Not bad, Art said. I end my turn, Yusaku said. My turn then. I draw. Art drew his card, then Clock Dragon roared in pain, the chains around it turning red hot as its attack power dropped from 4,500 to 4,000. This is a good draw. I activate one of my face downs, the continuous spell Netherworld Council. One of Art's cards revealed itself. Due to its effect, I can place one Netherworld monster from my hand at the bottom of my deck to gain life points equal to its attack, but in exchange I cannot summon monsters with the same name for the rest of the turn. I will put Salios, Duke of the Netherworld, at the bottom of my deck. One of the hollow cards in front of him vanished. His attack value was 1,600, so I gained that many life points. A Crimson Aura covers Art, his life points rising back to 2,900. I activate the spell card Netherworld Invite. Art declared as he played another card from his hand, bringing down to one card left. I add Netherworld card from my deck to my hand, and I choose Barbados, Hunter of the Netherworld. Is he like Barbados Slim?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, do you know Futurama at all?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah, you know the Hermes rival Barbados Slim, right?
Vaguely.
Yeah, hang on. Let me pull him up. Yeah, that would be Barbados Slim.
Hold on. Let me. It's. Okay, there we go.
It's always. You haven't seen the last of Barbados Slim. Now goodbye for.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Futurama.
Okay, so another Netherworld monster took the field. Its appearance no different from the rest. This one was dressed in black clothing and heavy leather boots, a crossbow on its wrist, and two blades strapped to its back. On one hand, an eagle, feathers crimson where once was supposed to be white, with blood-red eyes glowing in rage. 1,500 attack, 1,500 defense. I use its effect. I discard the last card of my hand in order to target one spell in your graveyard and set it on my field. Taking a spell from the opponent's graveyard, I would gasp. Excuse me, in surprise, I select your Signet Cash Clearing and I activate it. Art was making use of Yusaku's cards as well, a splendid move. I banish Netherworld Invite to draw 2 cards. But you can no longer link summon for the rest of the turn, Yusaku pointed out. Who said I have to? Art smirked maliciously. Both Alistair and Barbados are level 4 after all. Yusaku's eyes widened. You can't be. I use my two level 4 monsters to build the overlay network, Art declared. Then his dual disc flared up. 2 black chains shooting at the field where an X appeared. Feasting on desire and drowning yourself in carnal pleasure. Arise now by my side. Ascend. Asmodeus, Cardinal of Lust. The monster which appeared on the field was less horrid in the looks than the one before, but its eyes were the same. This monster had the body of a young man with long black hair flowing alongside its body down to its midsection, a black cloth running across its chest, covering only half of it as the other half was left bare. On the bottom part, it wore what looked like a cloth which was lazily strapped, revealing its hips for the world to see. It stood tall with the 2 orbs not flowing around him like the other XYZ monsters, but standing still beside him. 2 horns erupted from its head and 3 pairs of blackened wings extended outwards. 2,700 over 1,000 defense points. And XYZ monster, Yusaku exclaimed aloud. He can XYZ summon, Aoi said in surprise, but Mia only nodded and chuckled. He can do a lot more, Aoi, she said proudly, but I am curious as to why he summoned the Miu. Art called out to her, giving her a burning glare. I will shut up. Anyway, Art inhaled. I activate Asmodeus' effect. The monster grabbed one of the overlays, crushing in his hand. I detach one overlay and unit to add one Netherworld spell or trap to my hand. When the demon opened its hand, a card stood there flying to Art. Okay, so you're keeping a good track of this so far.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like you could write an actual Yu-Gi-Oh duel. In all honesty,
it can be difficult, especially if you're going by real life standards.
Okay. Since Alistor is no longer on the field, Clock Dragon's attack returns to normal. Yusaku interjected, pointing out the situation. Furthermore, since I control a Link monster, you can only target Clock Dragon for effects and attacks. Ouch, forget about that, Art said in a fake worry, even slapping himself. But I am prepared. I end my turn here. What? Aoi was honestly quite taken with Art's deck. Up until now, it had shown a variety of effects, and the XYZ monster was quite a surprise. But what it did was allow for a search, which does not seem like much. But Miyu didn't look too worried, even if Yusaku was in the advantage from the looks of things, meaning that Art had more up his sleeve. Cyber's Clock Dragon's attack returns to normal at this point. Yusaku said, my turn, I draw, Yusaku declared, drawing his card. I summon Ram Claudia, a monster resembling a black sheep with pinkish horns, appeared on the field, 1800 over 0 defense points. Due to Ram Claudia's effect, I can add latency back to my hand from the graveyard. And when latency is added from the grave to the hand, it can be special summoned. A smaller monster appeared on the field, this wearing a pink attire with clocks for shoulders and holding a big hourglass almost as big as itself. 0/0, level 1, Cyberus, light. I don't see what you could be doing, kiddo. Your dragon is hogging the only free zone available, Art pointed out. I can use my Enchanter as material, Yusaku pointed out. Appear, the circuit that leads to the future. The link appeared. The summoning conditions are 2 or more monsters. I set latency and Cyber's Enchanter on the link marker zones. The 2 monsters flew into the circuit, lighting up 4 arrows. That's circuit combined, Yusaku continued before Aoi had the chance to finish. Come forth, Firewall Dragon. Yusaku's Ace Link 4 took the field, the dragon being black and blue with horizontal lines, his body covered in armor in multiple places, including its head with multiple circular portions on its legs, hands, and one on its head. 2,500 over Link 4. Firewall Dragon, Aoi exclaimed in awe of the monster's appearance. That's one of Yusaku's Ace Link monsters. Not bad, kiddo. Latency's effect. Since I used its effect to summon it and used it as material for Link Summon, I draw 1 card. Yusaku drew his card. Perfect. I activate the spell Signet Backdoor. I banish Clock Dragon until my next standby phase, and then I add a monster with a lower attack from my deck to my hand, Yusaku said, adding the card. The card I added was Sim Tablier, which I reveal in order to use its effect. I target 1 level 4 Cypress in my graveyard, summon this to zone Link, a monster, and then add a targeted card to my hand. My God, all these rules!
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you can only summon this monster on Saturdays at 5, and only if it's raining.
Pretty much. And we haven't even got to the pendulums yet.
Oh my God. A small monster appeared on the field behind Firewall Dragon looking like a small animal. A cute one. A 0 out of 1800, level 5. The card I added was a Clock Wyvern. Next, I Link Summon again. His 2 monsters went out into the circuit. Circuit combined. Appear Elphase. A monster revealing an elf with a blue coat and neckcloth covering its mouth appeared on the field. 2,000 over Link 2. Is co-linked with Firewall, Aoi cheered, knowing what comes next. Somehow a dual IRL is somewhat more exciting than one in Brains in a strange way. Elphase gains 300 attack points for each monster it points to. Yusaku stated it went up to 2,300. Then I activate Firewall's effect. I can return cards from your field or graveyard to your hand up to the number of co-link monsters with this card. What? Art gasped in surprise. Then Firewall roared, sending electric tendrils at Asmodeus. Nice trick, but not good enough. Asmodeus' effect. When he would leave the field, I can shuffle Netherworld from my field to my deck instead, Art declared. I return Netherworld Council to my hand. The card vanished back into Art's deck, and a dark aura surrounded Asmodeus, repelling Firewall's effect. Yusaku clicked his tongue. Not many could counter Firewall Dragon's effect, but Art did well, and it cost him almost nothing as well. I set 1 card, ending my turn. My turn. I draw, Art said. He looked at the drawn card. Looks like fate is smiling on me, kiddo. I activate my field spell, Netherworld. The card broke apart into particles in Art's hand, then surrounding the room Then the surrounding room began changing. The floor caught ablaze, walls crumbled to dust, and everything was swallowed by fire and hot red lava. Aoi and Mio were seemingly safe on a piece of rock, and Yusaku and Art on another. But the entire surrounding area looked like hell. What is this field? Aoi asked, looking around scared. Relax, Aoi, Mio said, reassuring her. This is Art's field spell, Netherworld. Nothing is real. Oh, I see. I guess I got a bit spooked by its looks. I was too at first, Miyu said. And honestly, I still am. When Netherworld is activated, I can add one Netherworld monster to my hand. A card appeared in his hand. Then I summon it. Come forth, Astaroth, rider of the Netherworld. The sound of galloping was heard. In the distance, the monster appeared on the piece of rock Art and Yusaku was on. This monster was riding a black warhorse with armor covering the parts of its body, including its face, with only blood-red eyes visible. The one on the top of the horse was looking like a man wearing tattered leather clothing with an iron mask on, a bald, veiny head visible to see, and a hammer in hand. 1,000 attack points, 1,400 defense points. Next, I summon the effect of Asmodeus again, using one overlay unit to gain a spell or trap. I activate the continuous spell card, Netherworld Fires. The flames of the landscape around them intensify, raging out and shooting at the ceiling, forming pillars of fire all around. Battle. I use Astaroth to attack Firewall Dragon. What? Yusaku said in surprise, but the monster was already charging. But Firewall has higher attack. The effect of Netherworld Fire activates. When a Netherworld battles a monster with higher attack, I can negate the attack, then select the monster on the field and make its attack and defense 0 until the end phase. Of course, in this case, only the attack. Art pointed at the firewall. I reduce the attack of the dragon to 0. Asmodeus attacks Firewall Dragon, Art declared, and his monster followed, putting his hand up and wielding the surrounding flames to surround Yusaku's monster. I activate my trap card, Parallel Port Armor. A light shone on Firewall Dragon, the dragon breaking free from the flames. This card equips itself to one of my monsters, making them unable to be targeted by effects or destroyed in battle. Yusaku explained, to which Art frowned, but you still take the damage. So Yusaku dropped to 1,300 life points. Still, my monster is safe. Art clicked his tongue, but then he smirked. I guess I should have expected that much from you. Here, have a look. A screen popped above Yusaku's dual disc containing a card. When Yusaku read it, his eyes enlarged in realization. The card I showed you is called Netherworld Eruption. When my monster destroys yours and sends it to the grave, I can activate this to deal you damage equal to my monster's original attack. Art explained, then chuckled. You dodged it well, kiddo. Yes, Yusaku said, a sweat running down his face. He was close to losing, but he managed to pull it off. I end my turn. Now your dragon's attack goes back to normal, to 2,500. Come on, show me what you really got, Playmaker. Art called out the name, and Yusaku winced. My turn. I draw. Yusaku drew a new card. At this moment, Clock Dragon returns. The dragon returned to the field, roaring with power. Since Clock Dragon was summoned back successfully via Psynet backdoor, I can attack you directly. Yeah, that sucks, but Yusaku ignored him. Battle. Cyber's Clock Dragon attacks you directly. Yusaku's dragon fired, but Art was ready. I activate my second face down that I set at the start. Netherworld Contract, Art shouted. When I would receive damage from a direct attack, I can activate one of the following effects. Either have or destroy all monsters with which attack this turn and gain 300 life points for each. I choose the second effect. What? Everyone gasped as the attack hit Art head on, forcing him back. Damn, that was more than I thought. So Art's down to 400 life points. L-Phase attacks Astaroth. Yusaku continued. Sorry, kid, but not taking this one. I use the effect of Netherworld Fires to negate the attack and make your dragon's attack 0. Firewall roared again as fire burned along its body. I move to main phase 2, and due to your trap, Cyber's Clock Dragon and L-Phase are destroyed. Yusaku's monsters were swallowed by the fire, taking them away. But now their effects activate. Clock Dragon allows me to add a spell, and L-Phase resurrects a level 4 or lower Cybers. Come back, Cybers Wizard. The monster, which Yusaku played in the first duel, appeared again. Its effects are negated, and I cannot use them to link summon to the end of the turn, but that is not what matters. The spell card, Art realized. Oh wow, this goes on a while. I'm gonna skip past this because we are still running low on time. Because yeah, we're at.
We can always just stop here and then just continue next time.
Yeah, but let's see who won. Let's see. Okay, so Yusaku ultimately won that one.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, yeah, you should write for Yu-Gi-Oh duels for the show.
I don't know. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, but I appreciate it.
All right, but I'm gonna pull up Remote Play and show off the Dragon Quest II remake. And again, I'll try to make some changes to the video when I edit it ultimately. But yeah, do you got to get going, Andy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I will stop Craigbot and we will just start the gaming portion of the stream. Check you guys later. Let's try you're right, for Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Let's try for next Saturday. All right. See you later, Andy.